Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Hey, it is me, once again, Victor Moreno, and we are live for GPK Sketch Card a Day. And this is GPK Sketch Card a Day number 8. And this will be card number 9. We've been having a lot of fun doing this. This is Victor. And, every day for every weekday for about an hour or so on the weekdays, I'll pop in to do some live artwork. I know a lot of us are stuck indoors at home because of the situation going on in the world right now with the novel coronavirus. So it's kind of an escape. If you have time or you want to chill out, you want some new age live art classes, then you get to come to my channel here on facebook.com/Victor Moreno, and I will try to fill your day with a little bit of escapism into the 80s world of Garbage Pail Kids. I'm a Garbage Pail Kids artist for the Topps Trading Card Company. I've worked on sets for GPK, I work on wacky packages, Star Wars, all kinds of fun stuff. But I've got a soft spot in my heart for GPK. It's kind of our gateway to the worlds of horror and the macabre as kids. There's GPK, there's Goosebumps, and all that kind of fun stuff. So we've been doing a lot of scary characters. So today we're going to take a break from doing a single card, and we're going to do a pano. And what is a pano? A pano is a panoramic image. Basically, it's a fancy big word speak for two cards making one big image. When I think of panos, I think of Viewmasters, like from the 80s. I miss those. But today, continuing our commission week, this one is for Pablo Gomez. And he got the Bonnie Bunny earlier this week, and he wanted a Fryin. And Fryin was already claimed by someone else. So he wanted to do a Fryin robot versus Roybot, which is kind of like Godzilla versus Transformers. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do Godzilla versus Transformers today. I already kind of did some placement so that you know where the heads are going to be. I see a couple of people in here. Ruby's in here. Hey. And this is where Roybot's going to be. And this is where Fryin is going to be. Just so you know, this is just for layout purposes, because if I was trying to figure out the layout when I do this, it'd be kind of like, and layouts are one of my strong suits, I think. So for doing a card like this, you got to know where the characters are going to be. I didn't draw them too much out. I just needed to know where they were going to be. Basically, it's stickman work. So let's kind of get started. I don't know how long this is going to take. Usually I do an hour for a card, but since this is two cards together, we'll take it as we go. And we're listening to some lo-fi beats. And what I'll do as I do this, because the window, I'll probably slide it back and forth. So just so you know, the cards will stay together because they are taped together on the back with blue tape. If you ever do panoramic cards, and if you end up working for Topps, if you're an aspiring artist, they will ask you to do a lot of puzzles. You need to get blue tape when you do these puzzles. Don't try to guesstimate where things go. It will fall apart. Blue tape keeps it together, and it's easy to peel off, won't damage the cards, yada yada. So there's your Seinfeldism for the day. So I'm going to start by doing the line art on Fryin. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tear apart a piece of scrap paper. And what the scrap paper is going to do is, as I work on this drawing, it's so I don't smear it. Right now we don't have any colors on here, so it's not so much of a big deal, but it will be a big deal later. So if you ever have to do panos and stuff, use a like a post-it note or a piece of copy paper and put your hand over it so you don't smear stuff. Okay, so that's a smart thing you should know for the future. Well, we can just do it now and see how it goes. So we're gonna do some line art right now. Line art on Fryin Godzilla. So, and Roybot is on the other side. Oh, low network connection. Let's try that again. All right. Here we go. Oh, is everybody there? All right. Sorry, guys. Our network is being a little funny. I'm on Wi-Fi here. I just don't want us to get lost, you know. But I'm not going to stream on my network, on my thing, because I don't want my phone connection to get throttled. So we're using Wi-Fi to do this because, you know, if you ever do live drawings or anything like that, or go live, you don't want to use your phone network because you'll eventually get throttled or something along those lines. All right. Let's see here. And how are you guys doing today? I see Ron's there. Ron, I mailed your card off today, so that should be there hopefully in a few days. Chris is here. Hey Chris, how's it going, man? I actually have a really good idea for the panel we're working on, so I'm gonna have fun with that one later. Nice. Watching from the station, says Ron. Ron is a firefighter, so that's cool. Those may be the most GPK eyes I've ever drawn. Fun fact, if you do stuff like this, you should always draw non-GPK things because you don't want to get stuck just in baby drawing mode. Or, they're kind of, I don't know, what are GPKs more like? They like babies or toddlers or kind of like Care Bears. I don't know. I have my theories. I'd like to hear yours. As always, if you dig what I'm doing, you'd like to get your thing on the commission screen here, feel free to throw me a message. Chris is doing good. He's watching from bed, not as excited as a fire station. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. I had a burrito for lunch, and it had avocados in it, and it was really good. I like avocados a lot. Also, guacamole. But mainly, I like big chunks of avocado, had black beans, and chicken. Ryan's here. Hey, what up, Ryan? You're getting to see another Ryan commission today, although this one is for someone else. I'm gonna do kind of like a macho man point here. You, Roybot, what you gonna do? Yes, it is a Fryin Ryan versus Roybot Pano for Pablo, who's not here yet. But it should be fun. I'm working with a guy we call the Machine, and he has the worst home haircut ever. Ooh, that's never fun. I actually had a nightmare last night about having like giant 70s Andre the Giant hair after the quarantine. Because I had hair like that once, and I thought it looked cool. God, it did not. I keep my hair pretty short. I like getting a high and tight. I haven't had my hair cut in like a month, so it's starting to look like normal hair. In about 2 or 3 weeks, it's going to start looking a little too fuzzy. But I think the longest I've gone lately without cutting my hair has been like 2.5 months, because I was kind of like broke. So I'm going to suck it up. I know people who've like shaved their heads and like beards and stuff because of this. I'm like, I have had a beard far too long for me to go down that road. I like my beard. I don't want to be a weirdo. Like, there's nothing weird about it. Let me rephrase that. I think I would look weird with a shaved head. It's very bumpy. Do not have a perfectly smooth head. I mean, does anybody really? I mean, but I like having hair. I am not a big shaved head guy. I mean, I had like a mohawk like 15 years ago. I could pull that off, but I don't want to invest in product. Hey, Mike, what's going on, man? We're doing a pano today. So we might run 2 hours. We might run an hour and a half. We might run an hour. It's hard to say. Have not done a pano on live before, so this is undiscovered country. As you can see, I am already setting up shadows. We're going to go kind of a more traditional Fryin this time. He's not going to be as crazy as the last one. But we're still going to do some fun stuff with shading. I could not imagine having no facial hair. 20 years since I've been clean shaven, right? I don't know. I always trip out when people are like super clean shaven. It's like, you'd probably look better with a beard. Although some people can't grow beards or facial hair, and I feel bad for them. But, I think the hardest step is the mustache. That's the waiting for that to grow out. Ooh. Although I've been wearing my face mask when I go out, and thankfully I got a nice one where the facial hair doesn't bother me too much. But when I get home, like my beard like comes out like 2 or 3 inches under the mask, so it looks like it's tuft. It's kind of funny. Tuft. I don't even know that's a word, but you know what I'm talking about. Tucked. Bless you. All right. Girlfriend sneezed in the other room. Not like she heard me from here. Oh, she might have. Who knows? But bless you all for watching this stream. Truly, you are the greatest among people. Alright. And I feel like the name bar is covering up his dick. What am I kidding? He's a GPK. He has no genitalia. Alright. Now we're going to slide over. A little gnat flew in here. Yeah, so now we're going to do his opponent in this epic challenge, which is Roybot, which is a clever GPK take on Robot. Yeah. Basically, think of a dead-eyed white atom bomb face with like Ultra Magnus armor from Transformers. Or Fortress Maximus. I think he's Ultra Magnus. He's definitely not Optimus. Which props to them for not going that route. My aunt's here. Hola, Diego, ¿cómo estás? I'm using a sheet of paper to cover up the line art for our buddy Fryin, so I don't smear it since I'm putting my hand down there to hold the thing in place, because without any ink, the card's going to slide around. All right. Now let's do some armor. Versus to the contrary, doing Roybot is actually pretty easy to draw. At least for me. Some people have issues with him. I think his armor is very modular. Hola, hola. But I've drawn him a bunch of times, actually, so I mean, it's not a fair comparison to say. But, like, yeah, it's like, you don't even need a ruler. It kind of just goes. I don't even know what he would turn into. Probably Fortress Maximus. And then if you're like, what's Victor talking about? Google. Pablo's here. So this is who the commission's for, Pablo. He's getting to see this thing made now. Alright. Get a blue line here. This is almost like Pacific Rim, like a kaiju versus Jaeger. Hola, hello, how are you doing, man? Are you having a good day? So now I'm kind of inventing hands for him. I'm just going to give him comic book robot hands. Yep. Robots. Lots of straight lines. Pablo was eating lunch with my family. My sons want to spend time with us, so you got to take advantage of it. Haha. That's cool. Hey, you should always spend time with your family when you can. My family is all mainly in California, so I don't get to see them much except a couple times a year. I would have been out there by now, but like conventions and stuff that I go out there for have been canceled. So hopefully when this lifts, I can go out there and visit them for a little bit. My brother was supposed to get married this summer, and I don't know how that's gonna go. Probably postpone it, because that's kind of, let's all have a wedding on a friggin' webcam. That doesn't work. I'm just kind of inventing a little bit of stuff here. I can kind of like, I can kind of copy what he's actually supposed to look like, or I can like have some fun with it. So I'm going to have Fryin kind of winning this thing a little bit. And then we'll have a building right here. Actually, it's probably going to be all hollowed out. And the ruins of some buildings over here. Kind of some clouds. A little bit of smoke over here. And, yeah. Let's see. Let's have some battle damage here, too. And a little bit on him, too. So there's the line art. Overall, I'd say it's I like battle damage. I think that's a lot of fun. So yeah, now we're going to do some coloring, yeah? Coloring is the funnest. Alright, so I think we're going to need some ivory, if I can find it. Ivory loves to hide from me. It's like, where are you? Oh, there it is. Some dropping colors left and right here. Let's pull out the ones we need. Listen to some lo-fi beats, as always. Crowds on these have been a little light lately, but I think it's just because I've been doing it earlier than usual. If you guys want, feel free to share this in some of the groups. Yeah, I think it looks kind of fun. Hopefully the colors will make it pop even more. Well, I'm glad you're liking it, Pablo. Let's see. Yeah, that's looking fun. Alright, then we're gonna... Wasn't planning on doing too much ivory on this side, but I want it to reflect the fire damage. That looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit more here. All right, let's do some yellow. Yeah, I'm digging that effect. The yellow gives it a nice fiery feel. Where is everybody? Well, sometimes it's a lot to expect people to be here every day for this. You know, sometimes people watch the whole thing on replay rather than watch it live. And it's only 3:30. We're probably going to run a little long, so more people probably show up. You guys can feel free to share this on your own pages and stuff. I left it public just for that reason. Or on the groups. You can just share the video on there. I approve of the fire. Thanks, Ron. Yeah, I like it's coming out pretty good so far. Alright. I'm going to do some lining on the quote-unquote metallic parts on Roybot. You guys know I like to do lining. The more I can define things. Do I live next to the airport? Yes, I live very close by to an airport. I have double paned windows, so you usually don't hear it, but I have them open. So you'll hear airplanes every now and then because I have them open. When I have them closed, you can't hear them because they're double paned, so I don't have to hear the airplanes going by all the time. I like my house a lot, I think, and the rent's really good, and it's a really good neighborhood. I think a lot of people don't live here just because it's by the airport. They don't realize, because of that, the city passed laws that made landlords put in double pane windows just for noise reduction. And frankly, after you live there for a while, you don't even notice the airplane noises. So yeah, I haven't even heard an airplane or just tuned it out. I hear the lo-fi beats more than anything. But it's funny, you guys can hear it over the phone line. Guess it's louder than I realize. Or I've just tuned it out a lot over the years. Shane's here. What up, man? How's it going? I gotta keep remembering to slide it over in a camera view. If I'm drawing something and you can't see it, just say, Victor, slide it over. Because we're doing a pano today. So I want to make sure you guys can see everything as I do it. Yo, how's it going, man? Alright, let's see. What am I gonna do now? Let's do some grays on Roybot, because I don't want him to be too yellow. Coming out dope so far. Do you do panos on live feeds often? No, this is the first one, so I don't know how it's going. Shane, is this one for me? No, this one's for Pablo. He already bought it ahead of time, so that's why he got scheduled. But I can totally do a pano for you if you want to hit me up after the show and commission one from me. I can totally do another pano on here. I'm more than willing to take your stimulus money since my job was canceled by the stimulus or the quarantine. I'm just kidding. I know you guys need that stimulus money too, but I'm more than happy to work with you to make something rad. Pablo got a great one, right? I like to think everybody's getting great ones. There hasn't been a dud yet, you know? I've liked all of them. I'll keep you posted. Sorry about the loss of your job. Yeah, no worries. It sucks. But, I'm keeping busy. Like, I'm just kind of making art my full-time thing now. Thankfully, it's going all right. Yeah, I do stuff with movie theaters, and movie theaters probably aren't going to reopen until, like, August. So, Victor is a leveled up Bob Ross, right? You can only hope, paint happy little fires instead of happy little trees. That's fun. Alright, let's get that's looking pretty good right now, I think. We're gonna battle damage him up a little bit more, though. I was gonna let Shane admire the sketch from afar. I like it. Just kind of using the gray to define my pencil lines a little bit. It's like full on atomic breath. Alright, cool, man, Shane. See you later. Yeah, guys, feel free to pop in and out. I'm sure it's 3:30 already. This one's probably going to be at least an hour and a half stream, maybe longer. Because it's like drawing two cards simultaneously, basically. Alright, let's get some green going here. Which green shall we use? Celery? No, let's do willow. Yeah, Del Taco for lunch. I haven't had lunch there in a long time. It's pretty good still. It's so funny, when I first moved here, I thought, I'm really gonna miss In-N-Out and Del Taco. Then they came out here, and then I almost never go to In-N-Out. Well, they have good burgers, but I was never a big fan of their fries. Some of you guys might not know what I'm talking about, but they're just a popular California fast food franchises. But we've been trying to do a good job of eating at home more. I'm not a big fan of wasting money on fast food with the way things are right now. Yeah, I'm a pretty good cook, I'd like to say. This guy's coming out pretty solid. Yeah, I'm digging it. Yeah, he's very green. It's a warm day today. I have the window open and I'm still like warm. Not a fan. Summer is coming. Feel like I didn't really get to enjoy the spring. That looks good. It's bleeding a little more, but I'll fix that with black later. There we go. It's coming out nice. Alright. Slide this guy over. Yeah, it is a little hot. I dig it. We're going to do a few takes of blue on this guy to kind of give his armor a battle damaged feel. We're not gonna do full, like, I'm just gonna scuff and like leave some holes in white so he can look scuffed up when I come back and hit this later with more colors. Alright, let's do some red on this guy. And then a little bit more here, a little bit there. Let's hit that 3. There we go. Now we'll do some blue up here for these these things. I'm not sure what they are. Vertical posts. It's kind of a quiet stream today. I dig it. Sun. Do some more red on his gauntlet. Let's see. Now we'll do a different blue. Cool, man. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, that's cool. I'm trying to make this as badass as I can, because that's my thing. Yeah, as long as people enjoy it, watching their pieces get made, that's what's important to me. Because otherwise I would just be doing it by myself. That's cool. When you do this long enough, this all seems like, oh, where's the next magic line going? Because you kind of map it out in your head as you go. At least I do. Yeah, I'm just going to finish him and then jump and finish the other guy. So this is a pretty dark blue I'm working on right now, but the actual marker's faded, but it still has a sharp chisel. So it's going to give me kind of like a fatigued metal look. Like if you're making a model or something, you dry brush silver to kind of give it that worn out look. That's the equivalent of what I'm doing here. I'm using it to line some of the battle damaged red too, because that'll make that look extra battle damaged, rather than just using a black. Few people in here. Say hi if you haven't said hi yet. It's always nice to know who's in here. Yeah, dig that look right there. We're getting the full battle damage for sure. You can see everything, right? Good. And I haven't even done any blacks yet. Or grays. He's going to look pretty spiffy, I think. You have so much knowledge. Did you learn all this stuff like in art school or pick it up from experience? A little from column A, a little from column B. A lot of it is from experience. I did go to art school for a little while before I went to university. That's where I learned a lot about shadows and shading and stuff. But I think a lot you just learn from experience. I'm glad you're liking my little nuggets of knowledge as it comes along the way. Yeah, because, I mean, here's the thing. You can just do solid colors, but it's not going to look real. It's just going to look like a bad cartoon. Ultimately, you want texture and depth when you work on things to make it look a little more alive and vibrant, you know? I think that's why people like stuff like Garbage Pail Kids, is because it's like painted, you know? There's texture, it looks like it has life, you know? So see, this marker I'm using is also almost dead, but I haven't thrown it away because, like I said, it's almost like a dry brush. I have to fight to get the little ink spurts that are in there out, so it's good for like almost like a varnish or a stain, you know? You see what I'm talking about? And that way I'm not wasting like a fresh marker or something to get that same effect. I also learned a while back to, try to play with colors because you'll get livelier. It's like painting. I paint with markers, which is kind of funny because I could paint with paint too, but I just like to kind of push what I can get out of here, you know. Everybody approaches it a little differently. You know, some people like to do these like comic strips. Some people do like the Ralph Steadman kind of heavy black inks and stuff. I just kind of paint. I'm falling into a groove here with this thing a little bit. Alright, let's do a different blue and see how that looks. This is a blue I usually use for the atom bomb coat. Looks a little more glossy. That's looking pretty solid. Layers, yes, I'm building up layers. just because he'll look a lot nicer that way. We're about an hour in on him. Yeah, I'm guesstimating it's going to take me about an hour and a half, hour 45 to finish this total. So maybe another half hour, 45 minutes. Dogs barking really loud outside. So you notice that, but not airplanes. That looks cool. Let's touch a little bit on this battle damage I did over here. I'm adding the sunken eyes effect, since he's not actually an organic child. We'll add some like robot lines or something. Let's add some gray around that. Yeah, Roybot is getting his butt handed to him, essentially. Because I think it's always good to have a winner and a loser in these matchups. Not just, I'm posing here. That looks cool. Poor Roybot. Well, you know, he can always be repaired. Besides, his chest says number 3. I always assumed that, like, there's a whole army of Roybots. This is just a Roybot unit. That's my personal headcanon. Right? That's how he ended up in the scrap heap. He's got the full battle suit, though. I don't feel too bad for him. I shouldn't have been picking on Fryin Ryan. Yeah, that's looking pretty good, I think. Do some more machine lines here. Let's do some fire right there. All right, now we're gonna do some stuff on this guy. Take a drink of water here. Pretty solid so far. The refreshing gulp of water. All right. Do a different green here. Just so we can get some fun shading down. Kind of a classic Fryin Ryan. Doing some stippling. Yep. Quiet, warm day here in the desert as we draw a titanic battle of titans. This is a pano. It's 2 cards taped together, making one fun piece. Celery done. Eesh. Well, let's do some stipple. Now we got that kind of dramatic lighting. Very comic booky. That looks cool. Like he's directing his flame. I dig it. Yeah, that's coming out fun. Yeah, look at that. Let's do a little bit more stippling, bring that out. Then we'll go in with some more green later. Yeah, I'm gonna do a second layer. This looks a little bit more like scales. Headdress, or the head spikes. Yeah, we're getting some good spots with this guy. The stipple's giving us a little scale effect. Hey Carrie, how's it going? Alright, so here's the scratches he got from battle damage. I'm gonna line that with a little bit of red and gray. No one gets out without some damage in an epic battle like this. Let's see here. Doing his eyes. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Awesome, back to work today. Fave time watching drawings while in the sauna. Ah, that sounds like a pretty good day. I cannot think of a nicer way. Just chilling, watching fun art. Alright, let's do his fins like a lighter color. I don't want them green. Like, let's do blue. Yeah, that looks pretty solid. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoy seeing these streams. Alright. Let's see. Let's do a brown outline around the fire. Baptism by fire. Alright, now let's do some, let us do some of these buildings down here, because there's rubble. Alright, we're going to do some shadows in black, because this dude's a big bruiser, so he would be casting a shadow. Water tower, like we're adding some buildings in the background for depth. And a gray roof on that one. Let's do some yellow inside. Like some fires, maybe. Alright, so now we're starting to see the whole piece unfold a bit. So we've got some fire clouds, and then we're going to do the sky. Do you ever find myself wanting to keep your sketches? No, because I can always do more. Hey, Jeff, how's it going? I'd rather other people have them and be happy than have me, like, hoard them, you know? If I draw something once, I can draw it again. Well, I know some people who are, like, super weird about it. They're like, oh, I really like how this came out. I can't sell it. I'm like, sell it. You can always do more. You know. I did used to be like that, though, like years and years ago. Like when I was in high school. I'm like, this looks so nice, though. That's like, if you know, you can always have time to do your own versions of things. I actually don't even hang up a lot of my own work at home. I have a few of my prints hanging, but it's usually ones that, like, you know, I've had, like if they're from a movie or something, if I've had someone from the movie sign them. Like I have some Fight Club prints I did that are like portraits of all the cast. And I had Chuck Palahniuk, the author of Fight Club, autographed them all. And he was a really nice guy. And, you know, it was a good memory. So I kept a set of the signed ones for myself. They look nice in our living room, so... Usually I don't keep a lot of my own art. Even though I do like it, I like my own artwork. Otherwise, you know, if you don't like your own art, it's hard to sell other people on it, you know what I mean? I'd rather a lot of people like my art than just me. Swath. Yeah, Fight Club is one of my favorite movies, too. Alright, so we've got the sky done, but you know I'm not going to leave it there. This is a battle going on, so we're going to do some stuff to it. Alright, let's see. So, Sunset Pink, you know this is also a char pack alcohol marker, so when I do a lighter color on this dark color, it's going to peel back from the card like a chemical reaction and leave a lighter spot. Now, ideally, we want to do these near the fire because it'll look like embers. If you're doing this yourself, he's firing projectiles, so do volleys. See that? ¿Qué onda, Chuy? ¿Cómo estás? So I also want some over here. I'm going to do some light dabs. And as explained in other videos, because these are alcohol markers, they're very wet when they land. The lighter one on this one will cause the colors to react, and they'll peel back and reveal some of the actual paper and gives you kind of like a dab, so it's like a painting effect. So it's fun. And then your background has texture. Now I go in with a Tombow marker and I will line some of these. And now they become projectiles that Roybot is firing at Fryin Ryan. Fun with chemical reactions in paint. Alright. So now I'm like, that's pretty good. Is that it? No, because they're destroying a city. So you need dark embers kind of floating from the clouds. And then we line the black clouds with this Figma black, which is different than the Sharp Pack black, which has bled a little bit. It just helps define the clouds a little bit better. Then we add some embers over here. I have heard you explain this process 3 times now, and I finally understand. Yes, I'm a little slow. Hey, it's all good. I want to make it, like, interesting, so. Because, honestly, I like my backgrounds to have a little life to them. Not just, hey, solid color. Now I'm just cleaning up some areas where going over and multiple inks might have smeared it. Because that happens. You shouldn't get lazy and cop out just because you already went over something. Alright, so there we go. Should I add anything else while I'm here? I mean, it's hard to say. He looks pretty complete to me. Bang, bang, bang. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. So. I think we might sign this one and call it a day. And because I move this around so much, it didn't really adhere to the back as they usually does. But here is, there's no peeling sound, so I'll go. Or, so there is Fryin Ryan destroying Roybot. Actually, I know one thing I might add because I'm weird OCD. Couple spines to the fins. Thanks, man. But yeah, it's pretty good. I like the damage on the side of his head too. He came out pretty nice. In case you're wondering, So see, it's taped together. And I'll pull that off once it's over. A+. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm going to work on your comic cover later today. See if I can get that going. That'll be fun. But yeah, there we go. That's today's GPK sketch of the day. A Fryin Ryan versus Roybot Pano. Hey, tomorrow on the sketch of the day, I'll be doing an Ashcan Andy commission. And then next week, I think it's going to be my pick because I don't know if we have any commissions lined up for it next week. If you want me to do a commission on the live stream, feel free to send me a DM and I will totally see if I can make that happen. If you watched and had fun, tips are appreciated. You can send me a tip on Venmo or on Cash App or even on PayPal. It's just Victor Moreno. This is my main gig right now. I'm liking all the likes though. That's awesome. It makes me feel good. All right. So Pablo, this is for Pablo Mendez. I will send this to you. I'll package this up right once this is over and send it to you along with this commission that you got on Monday. And if you guys want to get stuff done, here's another one I did. This was on official stock. Triptych. I also have Evil Dead and Gross Card Con blanks. And I also still have Gross Card Con 2019 sets available. They each come with a sketch card. They're only $25. Help a brother out. Thanks, man. I had a lot of fun doing this. And it didn't take too long. I thought it was going to take me like 2 hours. It took like an hour and 15 minutes. So that's a really good time for doing a full color pano from start to finish. I think so anyway. But if you guys liked it, send me comments afterwards. I will also upload this on YouTube. If you want to see old sketch card todays from the last 7 ones I've done, there's a link on my Facebook page to my YouTube channel. It has like a whole playlist. And you can sit there and watch it for like 10 hours. And this one will be up tomorrow. So, yeah. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you watching. And we'll do this again tomorrow, right around 3. If you want to get a commission or if you want to get a sketch card done or anything, just let me know. We'll make it happen. It'll be super fun. Stay safe out there. Don't go out without your mask on and try to stay at home. All right. Until next time, thanks for hanging out with me, and I will talk to y'all later.